If you're like me and while pretending to be productive partway through your workday, you like to have a little play on a mobile game, I've got just the one for you. Mobile games have quite the stigma these days. Some want to milk your wallet so hard it would set a cow's udder ablaze. Others are lazy tie-in games that offer a known brand but no real engagement. Some are ports of existing games which are generally okay, but don't always translate to touch controls very well, and some are just lazy attempts to drain as much ad revenue out of Google as possible. But once in a while when a game comes along with a price tag, and that's it, you get the full game, no in-app purchases, no need to sell your firstborn child for a set of gear, no cosmetics that somehow make you better in PvP, just a good old-fashioned video game where you pay for it, and you have it. And better yet, it's a good one. Pocket City 2, for Android at the moment, with iOS on the way, is one such game. Coming out late in March 2023, it's the sequel to Pocket City, a mobile title that actually ended up on Steam and the Nintendo Switch. And as the title may have given away, it's a city builder. You start off with a small amount of cash to get you started, and it's up to you to build the city, its population and its revenue streams, to keep it growing until you fill the map. Then make another one in an adjoining tile with a different landscape. Simple concept, but this game nails the execution. You play from an isometric style perspective, akin to the old SimCity titles, with some really nice 3D graphics, placing zone tiles for residential, industrial and commercial to satisfy the needs of the city, all while also building more specialised buildings such as fire stations, police stations, hospitals and other attractions to keep your population busy, safe and alive. The interface is really easy to use and translates well to touchscreen, and I love that you can choose to play it in portrait or landscape orientation. More games need to do that. Building roads can often lead to errors though if you drag one far enough. I found myself having to cancel and redo those quite often, but that's more likely a byproduct of my need for absolute symmetry. Graphically, it's nice. It's nothing to write home about, but it gets the job done. Buildings are nice and detailed, lots of visual cues to show when there's damage in the city. However, on higher resolution settings, when the season changed to winter, the snowstorms absolutely murdered the frame rate on my Pixel 6. Where this game has its own departure from the normal formula is its quest system. From time to time, quests will appear from your citizens, usually some generic folk and the industry leaders or heads of areas such as police or health services. These make use of one of the coolest features of the game itself, the interaction with the city as a whole. As the mayor, you can literally free roam in a third-person camera around the whole city, drive a multitude of vehicles, all unlockable in-game, interact with citizens having disputes, deal with illegal market vendors, shoo away raccoons making a mess, and take part in events such as racing, a watered-down crazy taxi, or fighting fires in a helicopter. I'm not sure how they managed to get all that in a mobile game really, and it's great to be able to cruise around in my own creation, even if the controls aren't necessarily great for this in portrait orientation, and it makes me really aware of my terrible city planning skills. If I had to give one criticism, it would be difficulty. I played the game on the easy mode first, which was, even with my peanut-sized brain, extremely easy. So I cranked my next game up to the max difficulty, and early doors, yeah, there were some moments where I was losing money, but the quest and event system was really easily abused, and I was able to bail out of any financial holes I dug myself into, and I never really felt like I was going to see how far into the red you could go before you failed completely. After the first hour or so of this difficulty, it honestly just felt like the easy mode, with no real financial risks to be had, and once you put together one of the mega builds, the money just kind of pours in, so a difficult game this is not. However, the level of detail here is on another level for a mobile game, and this has kept me engaged since I got it at a more than reasonable price of around £5. It's a no-brainer of a recommendation for me, and it's great to see original games coming out with high quality, paid releases on mobile platforms. If you have the time in your day for a nice pick up and play game that you can easily put away, check this out. Hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the button and subscribe to Just Nerdy Things for more games, TVs, movies and tech content.